The 2024 US presidential election took place on November 5th. This day is always a Tuesday after the first Monday in November. Many Americans vote before Election Day. This is called early voting. Early voting is popular and convenient for many voters. Everybody is looking for the next leader of the United States. The two main candidates in this heated election were Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. Both had strong followings and distinct visions for the future of the country, making this one of the most closely watched elections in recent history. Trump, a Republican, was the 45th President of the United States. Known for his bold and often controversial policies, he aimed to reclaim the presidency with a promise to restore what he called American greatness. He wanted to be president again, promising to bring back what he called American greatness. His campaign was marked by large rallies and a strong social media presence, energizing his base. His running mate was J.D. Vance, a venture capitalist and author who brought a fresh perspective to the campaign. Vance's background in business and his best-selling memoir added a unique dimension to their platform. On the other side, Kamala Harris, a Democrat, is the current vice president. She has been a prominent figure in American politics, advocating for social justice and equality. Her experience as a former prosecutor and senator added depth to her candidacy. Her running mate was Tim Walz, the governor of Minnesota, known for his focus on education and healthcare. Walz's leadership during the COVID-19 pandemic was a significant part of their campaign narrative. Throughout the campaign, the candidates discussed a range of important issues, from the economy to healthcare and everything in between. Debates and town hall meetings became crucial battlegrounds for presenting their policies. Trump focused heavily on making things cheaper for Americans. He emphasized the need to lower taxes and reduce government spending, arguing that this would stimulate economic growth and benefit all citizens. He wanted to lower the cost of living, making everyday expenses more manageable for families. His message resonated with many who felt burdened by rising costs. Another key issue for Trump was illegal immigration. He proposed stricter border controls and policies to curb illegal entry into the country, aiming to enhance national security and protect American jobs. Harris, on the other hand, also addressed the cost of living, but with a focus on increasing wages and providing more support for working families. She advocated for policies that would ensure fair pay and better working conditions. She also wanted to protect abortion rights, ensuring that women have the freedom to make choices about their own bodies. Her campaign emphasized healthcare reform and social justice, aiming to create a more equitable society. As the election drew closer, the nation watched closely, eager to see who would lead the country into the future. The stakes were high and the campaigns were more intense than ever, with both sides rallying their supporters to get out and vote. Am I the only one that didn't know how the US election process works? The US election process is different from many other countries. Unlike many nations that use a direct popular vote to elect their leaders, the United States employs a unique system that can be a bit complex to understand at first glance. This system has evolved over time and has its own set of rules and intricacies. The US uses an electoral college system. This system was established by the Founding Fathers as a compromise between election of the president by Congress and election by popular vote. It was designed to balance the influence of smaller states against larger ones. Each state gets a certain number of electoral votes. The total number of electoral votes is 538, which corresponds to the 435 representatives, 100 senators, and 3 electors given to the District of Columbia. This allocation ensures that every state has a voice in the election. This number is based on the state's population. States with larger populations have more electoral votes, while less populous states have fewer. This system aims to reflect the population distribution across the country. The candidate who wins the most votes in a state usually gets all of that state's electoral votes. This is known as the winner-takes-all system, which is used by most states, except for Maine and Nebraska. These two states use a proportional system which can lead to a split in their electoral votes. The first candidate to get to 270 electoral votes wins the presidency. This number represents a majority of the 538 total electoral votes. Reaching this majority is crucial for securing the highest office in the land. Some states are very important in the election. These states can swing either way, making them crucial battlegrounds for candidates. Winning these states can often determine the overall outcome of the election. These are called swing states. They do not consistently vote for a single party and can be pivotal in determining the outcome of the election. The political landscape in these states is often very competitive. The candidates spend a lot of time campaigning in these states. They hold rallies, give speeches, and meet with voters to win their support, knowing that the outcome in these states could decide the entire election. The effort put into these states can make or break a campaign. Why are there not more people talking about the decisive victory for Donald Trump in the 2024 election? His campaign, marked by fervent rallies and a strong social media presence, resonated with millions of Americans across the country. The energy and enthusiasm at his rallies were palpable, drawing in crowds from all walks of life who were eager to hear his message. He is now the president-elect, ready to take on the challenges and responsibilities of leading the nation once again. His victory speech was filled with promises of a brighter future and a stronger America. He emphasized unity and the need to work together to overcome the challenges facing the nation. He will start his new term on January 20th, 2025, with grand inauguration day preparations already underway. The nation eagerly anticipates the ceremonies and the beginning of his new administration. The preparations are expected to be elaborate, reflecting the significance of this momentous occasion. His running mate, J.D. Vance, will be the vice president, bringing his own set of skills and perspectives to the administration. Vance's campaign events were pivotal in securing key states. His speeches often highlighted the importance of economic growth and national security, resonating with many voters. Trump won more than 270 electoral votes, surpassing the required threshold and securing his place in the White House. The electoral map clearly shows his widespread support across the nation. This victory underscores the effectiveness of his campaign strategy and the broad appeal of his policies. The Republicans also won control of the Senate, ensuring that they have a significant influence on legislative decisions. This victory in the Senate is seen as a crucial element for advancing their agenda. With a majority in the Senate, they are poised to push through key legislative initiatives. They are likely to win the House of Representatives too, which would give them a majority in both chambers of Congress. This potential control over the House is expected to streamline the passage of key policies. The Republican leadership is already outlining their legislative priorities for the upcoming term. This means the Republicans will control the presidency and both houses of Congress, a powerful combination that could lead to significant legislative changes and reforms. The party is gearing up to implement their vision for the country, with a focus on economic growth, national security, and healthcare reform. This is a big victory for the Republican Party, marking a new chapter in American politics. The celebrations at the Republican Party headquarters reflect the excitement and optimism for the future. Party leaders are confident that this victory will enable them to deliver on their promises and bring about meaningful change for the American people. What's something people don't know about the role of the U.S. presidency? The U.S. presidency is the highest political office in the United States. The president serves as both the head of state and the head of government and is elected to a 4-year term. The president's duties include implementing and enforcing laws, commanding the military, and conducting foreign policy. The election process involves primary elections, party conventions, and the general election, culminating in the Electoral College vote. This intricate process ensures that the president represents the will of the people while balancing various interests across the nation. As Donald Trump prepares to take office once more, the country looks ahead with both anticipation and scrutiny. The power and responsibility of the presidency are immense, and the decisions made in the Oval Office will shape the future of the nation and the world. The journey from campaign trail to the White House is a testament to the complexities and the enduring strength of American democracy. The nation watches and waits as a new chapter in its history is about to unfold.